Well, I have the pleasure of introducing someone that I've known for quite a long time, and that is someone I would call a friend. We're going to bring on next Mike Wolber, the Chief Sales Officer at Apartment List. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Ian, great to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to the MFI team. And if you're ready to rock, I'll jump on in. All right, everybody, really great to see you all. Thank you for spending some time with me. I'm coming in live from Cabo and really proud to be representing the Apartment List team. We're building something special over here. And I'll also share, we've got one of our AI specialists live here as well on the chat. Her name's Jordan Hart. If you have any questions throughout this demonstration, we will take some demos or some questions after the fact, but also want to make sure you know that Jordan is here to help live over the next little bit. I'm going to walk through 3 different aspects of our AI that we're building right now. One is nurture, all the things that we're doing to work across leasing. The second is going to be maintenance. And then the third is going to be a renewals workflow. And I'll show you 4 quick demos over the next 7 or so minutes. So let's jump on in. First, I want to kind of share a few of the things that we're building in the nurture space. AI is certainly having a moment right now, and we're really excited to be in that moment with you. As many of our partners, like others have talked about, are moving towards some sort of a centralized operating model. Building out the ability to support them in nurturing their top of funnel has been super, super important. And I do want to highlight that, the AI that we've built is able to work all of your leads. This is not just for Apartment List leads. So no matter if they're coming through ILSs or organic, the AI that we have is able to work all of your lead sources today. And I'm going to start off by just showing you one of the most sophisticated and hard parts about AI, which is voice. So our AI is able to work across phone, text, email, and chat. And as a quick call to action, I'll encourage you to either write down the phone number you see here on the bottom right of your screen or take a quick picture. This is a free demo, and I'd encourage you to give this a call after today and really play with it for yourself. But let's take a listen to our voice AI. Her name is Leah.
Hey, Kathy, it's Leah from 8600 Apartments. I hope your day is going great. I'm calling you back following your interest in 2-bedroom apartments for January 17th in our community. I'm curious to hear, what features are you looking for in your next apartment?
2 bedroom, 2 baths, and except pets, small dogs.
Great. We have 2-bedroom apartments starting from $2,200 per month, and it is available from today with some great amenities like a fitness center and package receiving. Our apartments are pet friendly, so your small dog is welcome.
I'll stop there, but Gen AI is pretty incredible. It's learning all the time. It's also able to understand intent of the conversation, which is really important, can understand the words that lead towards a frustrated sentiment or a positive sentiment, and ultimately will work to guide that, prospective renter towards the hopeful decision to schedule a tour in some form or fashion. The next thing I want to share within this nurture product is really how we fit within your ecosystem. Our goal at Apartment List is to fit within your workflows, to fit within your technology stack through seamless integration, to make sure that the handoff that we provide from digital to human is seamless for the prospect. It must be a great customer experience. That is definitely one of the key words that we're all going to be talking about here in FY25. So I just want to walk you through kind of a couple of the areas that our AI is able to do that. We're here to be reactive and answer questions. We're here to listen for intent, to understand sentiment so we can cater with the right urgency and intensity. We're working towards tours, making sure that we schedule those tours. And because this is generative AI, this is not a pre-scheduled drip campaign. It will follow up proactively to make sure that we're nurturing that prospective lead towards the important decision of touring one of your apartment homes. And the other point that I want to make sure everyone kind of walks away understanding is how we fit within your chatbot ecosystem. So everyone here has some sort of a property website. You're seeing some really great demos today. I love a lot of the tech vendors in this space. And I just want to briefly walk you through a live demo of what our chatbot looks like on your website. So really basic icon that'll sit. This is mobile friendly, so it'll look great on mobile and or desktop like you can see here. And we're going to provide your prospects and residents kind of two primary ways of engaging. The ability to click right in for engagement. We know conversational intelligence is a thing, and some people really prefer a conversation tree. Secondly, we're also going to have the ability to feed real-time questions. So I might ask, do you allow pets, as an example? And you'll see that it's going to take a look at your data, come back with an answer. And in this case, it's going to recommend that you take a look at, the detailed pet policy, or it could take more questions live as well. And that can be placed on any one of your websites. I'll move forward and really want to talk about some of the exciting work we're doing in the maintenance space. One of the important things about both leasing and maintenance is that we see a high percentage of inquiries come through when your office is closed. So about 52% of the leads that we work come through after standard hours, and maintenance tends to be the same. So we've built a lot of technology to be able to work over the phone when residents call in. We can fit within your IVR, that stands for interactive voice response. That's that decision tree when someone calls, to make sure that we can receive the request and work dynamically into your workflow to pass that directly into the PMS to make sure that your service team knows how to action on it. So same phone number as the last time. I'm going to let you listen to about 20 seconds or so of the maintenance voice demo. If it works.
Hello, this is Leah from maintenance support. Could you please describe the issue you're experiencing?
My kitchen faucet is leaking.
Thank you. May I have your unit number, please?
33A.
Got it. Is the number you are calling from ending in 564 the best number to reach you at?
Yes.
Understood. May I have your full name, please?
Olivia Smith.
Noted. Is there any additional information about the issue that would help our team to assist you better?
Dripping water increases the bill.
And I'll share here before we keep going that, the AI does understand the importance of escalating too. So it does have the ability to escalate these further versus just taking the service order, but really cool to see what that technology is doing to really solve key problems on site as well as for residents. The final thing I'm excited to share with you all is something we're building right now to solve a huge challenge that our partners continue to bring towards us, which is we don't get enough of a heads up on when a resident is going to either renew or make the decision to leave our community. We need more time to fill the funnel and to make sure that we don't leave units sitting out vacant for too long. So we've built out the ability for our AI to work within your ideal workflow to make sure that we can help solve this problem. So now our AI can get involved to reach out to residents proactively, to engage on their decision, would they like to renew? And if they make the decision to move out, we can elongate that lead time so that you can activate the marketing engine and to really fill up the funnel to make sure that we leave those units vacated for many, many less days, which is super important right now as we think about rent and maximizing revenue as an industry. So I just want to walk you through, you'll see a glimpse into the Leah Pro AI portal here. And what you're going to walk through is the ability to then drill into your residents specifically based on their sentiment about renewing, based on how the conversation is going, even if we don't yet have that decision, ultimately to understand what units you're going to need to renew versus the units you're going to have to go find new leads for. And I'll end with one final call to action, which is that we've made this product completely free. If you're advertising on Apartment List, to work leads from all of your advertising sources. If you scan this QR code, you'll get my personal contact information. I would love to get you in contact with the right member of our team. And if you know me, I love branded merch. I'll be really excited to make sure you get some high quality Apartment List gear as well. Thank you for the opportunity today.
Mike, I have to tell you, when you said free, I choked and fell out of my chair a little bit. So that is absolutely incredible. And also, I'm going to need to be on the merch list, but
I'm here.
Minor things, but we've got so many great questions for you. And one of the first ones is, I know that our first example was a little sped up for demo purposes and to make sure that we got to all of the conversations today, but just in general, can you slow down the speech and or change the cadence or the voice at all?
Yeah, lots of customizations when it comes to voice. Voice quality is super important. It's one of our key metrics that we monitor at Apartment List to make sure that we're, meeting the resident where they are or the prospect. But yeah, there's lots of customizations around the way that we can roll out voice, and it was sped up for presentation purposes. I should have called that out. Thank you.
No, totally okay. I figured as much. So we were chatting about it a little bit, so not a problem. So speaking of customization, can those escalation triggers that you talked about, can those be customized as well?
Yep, lots of customization within the product. We've built out a team that's focused exclusively on AI, specifically because the customizations are so endless. Some examples, do you only want us to answer calls after your site team is closed? Or do you want us to be the catch-all maybe after 5 rings or 20 seconds? There's lots of customizations to make sure that we can work within your workflow. And you've got a dedicated team at Apartment List to make sure we can help land the plane together.
I am so excited about this because we were just talking about how 36% of calls are still unanswered, in 2025, which is just wild to think about. So this is amazing. Laurel wants to know, how far down the funnel can Leasing AI nurture? Can it take back the lead after a tour to keep nurturing?
It can. There's a lot of customization around the workflow. Typically, the handoff is going to happen at the tour. We're going to hand off to a tour, but let's say a tour no-shows. That's where Leah can pick back up, follow up, and make sure that we drive that resident back into that prospect, but lots of flexibility there to make sure that we're plugging in where you'd like us to. The idea is to complement, not to conflict your people.
I love that. That is going to be our little catchphrase: complement, not conflict with your people. Love it. Especially because we're talking about something similar in our expert panel tomorrow. So be sure and tune in for that. It's going to be amazing. Brooke is always advocating for our affordable housing friends. So she wants to know, what is the AI's capability with affordable housing communities? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, affordable is a super nuanced space. We're looking at it really, really aggressively right now. We've got a lot of partners that are in that space today, but we're really focused on the conventional side of the industry, especially as you start looking at voice. There's just a lot of things we have to get right. So right now, looking to understand demand there. If folks are interested, would love a quick email so I can make sure that you're in our queue. We really believe in betas to make sure that we get things right before deploying, but certainly a space we're watching.
Awesome. So my friends, if you're in affordable housing and you want to be a part of building the next cool thing, make sure that you respond to the poll and reach out to Mike. It's going to be a great thing. So Kristen wants to know, how do these nurtured leads come into the CRM that they have?
Yeah, so this is going to be created as a guest card within the CRM. And so it's going to sit native within the CRM. The status of those gets changed to make sure it's clear if we're working it or if one of your agents are working it. And if anyone wants to see some of those specifics, a quick email my way, I can make sure to kind of share you a couple more specific instances depending on the CRM you work, so you can understand how they show up both within your CRM and or your PMS.
Okay. And then Michelle has a similar question, but with a little twist. So I want to ask you this one as well. So she is saying, which you've already answered a little bit, how the lead gets logged into the PMS, but since it can answer all leads, is there a differentiation between Apartment List leads and others, or are they all just auto-fed as coming from this AI agent?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's really important that as we step into supporting leasing efforts across marketing sources, not just Apartment List, that we get attribution right. So we are going to be super mindful of the originating source to make sure that attribution remain correct. Michelle is one of the smartest, and I'll make sure we get some more detailed answer to her, but we're definitely not going to be classifying everything as Apartment List.
We knew you wouldn't, and we love Michelle. Thank you for a brilliant question, my friend. And listen, Mike, I am going to pick on you a little bit and say, Stephanie says she's your #1 fan, but already a client. Can she still get some swag?
Anybody who emails me, I promise you, swag is a love language of mine.
All right, y'all. He's making big promises. Next up, he's going to take us all to Cabo. I don't know what's happening, but it's going to be amazing. So, y'all, thank you so much, Mike. It's been a joy as always. And judging by the chat, you are quite the celebrity, my friend. So I hope you enjoyed your time.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. Thank you.